State University Athletic Department. We are here in the Waco Center, down here in the office of Pioneer Media, for another segment of the Coaches Show. And our guest in this session here today is head football coach Mike Kellar. Coach,
good to see you.
Good to see you, sir. And big win on Saturday. Hard-fought game with the West Virginia State Yellow Jackets of Coach Pennington. Just some takeaway. Beautiful Saturday afternoon for football in Glenville, West Virginia. But tell us your takeaways from that game.
You said it. The last two home games, the weather's cooperated. West Liberty, we were supposed to get hit by the hurricane, and we missed it. It was okay that day. And the last two Saturdays at home been absolutely perfect. Hard-fought game. 31-30 win, had them the whole way. No, we felt watching tape on them that it was a pick-em game going into the game, and it's kind of the way it played out.
Yeah, you got up on them 14-0 and made some plays early, and then they rallied back and got ahead of us in the third quarter, just about the way it unfolded.
Well, that's been their MO. I mean, if the Concord tape the week before, Concord was up 28-9 on them, ended up getting beat, whatever the score was, like 53-35 or something along that line. So we knew that State wasn't going to go quietly into the good night, so to speak. I mean, they were going to fight. And we kicked off to them, got them on 3 and out. I think got a first down, then we held them. And they kicked us 3 and out, punted back, played that game. Our second drive, we went down the field and scored 7-0 us. Defense does a great job, holds them, go down the field. Anthony pulls the ball in the zone, read, 20-yard touchdown. 14-0 us, and you knew, like, okay, it's 14-0, we're off to a good start, but that's all it means, I think, when I was assistant coach, one of the guys I worked for used to say, you play the same if you're down 14 or up 14, you play the same. And it's something we try to preach to our team, and it was really easy to go in and say, hey, it's 14-0, but in your mind it needs to be 0-0, and try to have a standard of play. Then they hit a little in route. Kid's fast as can be, runs. He's gone. Once they had 3 or 4 guys, but once they got in the open field, they were you couldn't cut them loose. They could run. So it's 14-7, and you got a good ball game. And like you said, they came back and they take the lead. Then our guys showed what they were made of. We went down when they missed the extra point. They made it 30-24. They missed the extra point. They got it blocked. I think it was a low snap. Kicked it low. Our kid got a hand on it. You know in your mind, you're like, that's a big point right there. That extra point could come back to be big. And we were able to go down the field. We had a 4th down play. We run a little seam route. Bellamy shakes free, and Anthony finds him for the touchdown. And then you're holding on like, hopefully make the extra point, right? So we make the extra point, 31-30. They come back, and our defense just, they do a great job when we get the pick. Freshman
Scott.
kid, and he gets the interception, and then there's 5.5 minutes to go. You get the ball at midfield, and we're able to run the clock down. They use their timeouts wisely.
That was tremendous. That was those 2 first downs, well, the 3 first downs, but the last 2 were was really the nail in the coffin.
Sure. Well, we had the ball. You think about it, we had the ball at the 40. We had a 4th and 9, and they jumped off sides to make it 4th and 4. Then you're in a situation, you're right there on that 38-yard line. You punt it and take a chance of only gaining 18 yards, and you're thinking one play to run a couple more minutes off the clock. Let's take that chance. And we went forward on 4th down there, and Anthony found Zay in the flat for the first down, and then we were able to run a couple first downs and end up dealing the ball. The little naked play we run.
That was well, besides the touchdown and the plays at the end, when they had the touchdown that got us to 24. They put us back up. It looked like it was going to be like an 8-yard gain, and it went to the house.
Well, that's what good team speed and good habits will do for you. That's we talk about that all the time. Having ball placement and run after the catchability and something you like to drill. But at the end of the day, it's about being fast. So that's you're exactly right. Those were big plays in that game.
Now, from a defensive standpoint, the State, they had skilled people on both sides of the ball. But y'all were able to, for the most part, contain them from the big play, like Concord couldn't the week before.
Well, if you watch the Concord tape, which we did, they had a kickoff return for a touchdown. They had 2 kids back there who could flat out fly. So we,
just did the pooch.
Yeah, we pooched it to the 25, 22-yard line every time. Kid fair caught it. We'll say play right there and keep it out of those great returners' hands. And then, State, they got a lot of skill. I mean, Barry Hill's really skilled. That number 11 is kind of a hybrid tight end, H. stand-up wide receiver type guy. They got 2 tailbacks that can jump out of your shoes, but it really starts with their quarterback. I mean, he's the guy that makes the show go. He's elusive back there. I thought our defense did a really good job, whether we were rushing 4, 5, or 6 of putting pressure on him and then containing him when he did get loose. And of course, he's a good player. He's going to make some plays,
Yeah.
but I thought our defense did a pretty good job with that, and we got the big turnover when we needed it.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, it was nice to have that one in the hip pocket, and
Sure.
Coach Pennington, a friend of mine, think the world of him. He's done a great job down there. But it was nice to see him, Paul Price, those guys to come out here with a win. Now we're going to to a place where you're very familiar, up at Fairmont, and Coach Woodman got a lot of talent. I mean, not just skill, but they look like they got some really talented linemen on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Big challenge facing you up at Rozier.
I think they're as pretty as any team in the league, and they're really well coached. They got a good football team. For whatever reason, the last 2 or 3 weeks, the ball bounced.
They could easily be 9-1.
Easily.
Look at their scores.
Easily, and that's what's because fans look at records. Oh, yeah, this just it don't work like that. They got a really good, pretty football team, and like you said, easily could have a better record. And I think this league, to be quite honest with you, other than probably Notre Dame, all the teams we played from 2 to 8.
We could be 8-1.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we could have a couple more. The ball is such good ball. It is such even football. If you really look at the numbers like you and I do, where everyone's at, with regards to scholarships and coaches and the whole thing that it takes to run a football program, you can see why the league's so evenly matched.
Yeah.
And it's really just Pennington and Paul and them guys. Paul and I worked together at Concord pregame. We were talking state like. It's just who's right that Saturday, who makes the final. I mean, just as easy, West Virginia State wins that game 31-30. We still got the same football team we do, but we got a different taste in our mouths. 31-30, we win, we feel great about it.
Well, Scott doesn't make that play, they milk the clock and they get a field goal.
100%. So the games could go, and Fairmont State will be no different. They won't be any different. I mean, they got a tailback who's as good as any tailback I've seen in this league. They're really super talented receiver, like you said, and they're big up front, and their defense is really good. I mean. They play with 5 DBs. It looks like they cloned 5 kids. I mean, it's the same. Those kids are all really long, pretty good players. 2 linebackers, really, they play 3 different kids in there. Brockton was freshman of the year a year ago.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a good group there. And their D-line, I feel like I know them because we recruited a lot of the same kids, and their D-line's really good. It's only got 1 upperclassman, but they're playing 2 young kids who we recruited hard and
Good players.
Really good football players. And it should be a fun atmosphere up there this next Saturday, and I think it's 2 solid, good football teams playing.
Yeah, looking forward to it, Coach. And again, congratulations on the win. And we will chat next week, after the Fairmont game, that long and traditional rivalry. Coach, thanks for being with us here today.
Yep.
And thank you all for being with us out there. We'll talk to you next week.